On a cold Tuesday in 2024, a man named Elias entered a surgical suit in Baltimore. He wasn't there for a bypass or transplant. In fact, within 30 minutes of laying on the table, Elias was technically dead. His heart stopped beating. His lungs stopped breathing. His brain activity plummeted to a flat line. For 2 hours, Elias had no pulse. He was ice cold to the touch. In any other building, this would be a tragedy, but here, it was the plan. Today, we are diving into a medical miracle that sounds like it was ripped straight from Captain America. It's a technique that allows doctor to literally pause human life to fix the unfixable. Most people think it's science fiction. Those people are wrong. To understand how this works, we have to meet Elias. Elias is 42, a father of 2, and a victim of catastrophic aortic aneurysm. In simple terms, the main pipe carrying blood from his heart was about to burst. Traditional surgery wasn't an option. The repair was too complex, and the pain can only survive for about 5 minutes without blood before permanent damage sets in. Surgeons were stuck. If they kept his heart beating, he would bleed out during the repair. If they stopped his heart to fix the leak, his brain would die before they finished. Enters the EPR, Emergency Preservation and Resuscitation. Here is the part you won't believe. To save Elias, the surgical team didn't just sedate him. They pickled him in ice-cold saline. The process went like, firstly, the surgeons rapidly replace Elias's entire blood volume with ice-cold salt water. This brought his body temperature to a staggering 10 degrees Celsius. At this temperature, the body's cells don't need oxygen. They effectively go into hibernation. Think of it like a laptop. Usually, if you pull the battery while it's running, the system crashes and loses data. But EPR is like sleep mode. The power is off, but the data, the soul and the mind, is preserved in the core. For 90 minutes, Elias sat in a state of suspended animation. No heartbeat, no breath, no life, just a team of surgeons working furiously against a clock that wasn't even ticking. The repair was finished. The leak in Elias's chest was sealed with synthetic mesh. But now came the part that still keeps medical ethicists up at night. The resurrection. They began pumping his blood back in, slowly warming it. As the body temperature climbed, the cells began to wake up. At 30 degrees Celsius, the heart flickered. It didn't need a jump start. It simply remembered its job. Thump, then again, thump, thump. By the time Elias reached 37 degrees, the normal body temperature, his lungs took a rag breath. 2 hours after he was declared clinically dead, Elias was back. Elias walked out of the hospital 10 days later. No brain damage, no memory loss, just a small scar and a story that sounds like a lie. This technique is currently being tried for trauma victims, people with gunshot wounds or car accidents who arrive at the ER with no pulse. Instead of giving up, doctors freeze them, fix the damage, and bring them back. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? If we can pause life for 2 hours, why not 2 days? Why not 2 centuries for a trip to Mars? We need to think the line between life and death was a brick wall. It turns out it might just be a dimmer switch. You were listening to Dr. Beyapping, and if you found Elias's story as mind-blowing as I did, hit that subscribe button because the future is here, and it's a lot colder than you thought.